What?
Hey, before this video even starts, I want to say Ramadan Kareem to all my Muslim brothers and sisters out there. I hope you have a fruitful Ramadan. I hope Allah accept all your prayers and all your du'as. But listen, guys, I don't seen this, right? I ain't never. Obviously, I know I heard of Jeffrey Epstein or Epstein Island or whatever that shit's called, bro. But I never really listened to. Hold on, let me chat to you real quick. I never really listened to the news about nothing. I don't pay attention to the news. They lie to us, so I don't ever listen to them. But I seen this guy, Cuff Boys, has been dropping bad videos about it. I just wanted to check it out. So make sure you lot drop videos in the comments below as well. Just to enlighten me. Let me know what videos I should watch to kind of get more. I know what it's about. I know there's people in the files like Elon Musk and them and they're all in the files or whatever. They're all getting exposed in it, but I don't really know I know what's going on, but I don't really know what's going on. And I've been seeing it so much, I have to dive into it. So make sure you lot smash a like, comment, subscribe. And let's cook, man. Let's see what's going on.
Today we're reading one of the most disturbing documents in the Epstein files. Today we're reading one of the most disturbing documents in the Epstein files.
Oh no.
A lawyer representing a victim sent a formal letter laying out detailed allegations, claimed photograph evidence, and descriptions investigators were urged to verify.
Sorry. No, I'm bugging out. Alright, go. Alright, let's cook. Come on. Wait, what did he say?
Today we're reading one of the most disturbing documents in the Epstein files. A lawyer representing a victim sent a formal letter laying out detailed allegations, claimed photograph evidence, and descriptions investigators were urged to verify. Two really bad documents that I found in the Epstein files. I cannot believe what I just read. It might be hard to even put this in the video.
Oh, no.
A lot of blurring and bleeping. Disclaimer now, this is a rough one. Here we go. Everything discussed comes from publicly available documents. All right, so this first one is an email to Audrey Strauss, a U.S. attorney, back in 2020. On behalf of Marsh Law Firm and Joanna Silberg, Ph.D., we write to provide information about one of our clients, redacted. There's an initial to. Woman who has reported that in redacted the year. She was used by individuals meeting the descriptions. Dr. Silberg's an internationally renowned expert in severe childhood SA and dissociation.
Damn.
Circumstances of Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. She also has information about other possible co-conspirators with them. The same co-conspirators that are obviously not arrested for any of this. The first full sentence redacted.
Bro. Things that's going on around us that we will never know, bro. That these governments will keep away from you. You never. That's why I don't digest the news, because they don't tell you nothing you need to know. So why digest it?
Much of the essay and some of it's documented in the images she has provided has been violent and sadistic, redacted. She's articulate and recalls in detail certain events relating to her A in New York. Her statements appear to be corroborated by documents and photographs that she has provided. She traveled to New York with her parents and brother soon after she turned redacted. Her passport visa, which we have a copy of, confirms this. Her parents and brother went to Atlanta seeking treatment, leaving her with foster parents Mike and Sheila in Brooklyn. So her family dropped her off in Brooklyn to these two people. Foster parents or whatever, I guess. Sounds like some shady shit. Wouldn't be surprised if this was another situation where the family is selling the victim off in a way. Does not think these are their real names. She believes that Sheila's real name is Barbara Levin or Levine. She reports that her foster parents essayed her and trafficked her, including at parties and at Fancy Rich House in New York City. There's evidence suggests that the Fancy Rich House was Epstein's New York City mansion and that Epstein and Maxwell groomed and essayed her.
Dog, I heard he has so many cribs, bro. Like, I know he's rich, so obviously he's gonna have. When I heard Epstein Island, I thought there was only one island where all the bullshit was happening in. I didn't know that there was bare locations. That's mad. I really don't know. I've been living under the rock. I don't care about the news. Like, obviously I care about like victims and things like that. Like, I have empathy and sympathy for them. But obviously I don't know the details. If that makes any sense at all, I don't know the details. So let me know, like, if there's any other video that's really like pointing to the shit. Let me know, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to learn about this shit for real.
House. She described the owner of the fancy rich house as someone with curvy hair on top and big fat eyebrows. She heard him called Jeffrey. She recalls massaging him with oil and being aided by him. He wore suits, but when he wanted to do sexual things, he wore a towel. She remembers a woman at this fancy house who seemed very important. She was tall, thin, with short, dark brown hair and brown eyes, wore suits and other sophisticated clothing, spoke with a British accent. The woman's name had an N sound in it and was something Lane. She reported that Ghislaine taught her and other girls like her and older than her to use oil to touch men like Jeffrey. Ghislaine took off Redacted's clothes and showed Redacted what to do by putting oil. Jesus. Ghislaine.
Bro, what type of sick shit is going on, bro? Brother, this is just... Where is my sound at, man? This is just haram. Where is it?
Haram!
What is going on right now? Like, I'm trying to understand what the fuck is going on.
Took off Redacted's clothes and showed Redacted what to do by putting oil. Jesus. Ghislaine is such an evil piece of shit. Like, she doesn't deserve to be alive. I don't care.
Who's that?
And the fact that it's even a possibility that she is requesting a pardon is sickening.
Oh, wait,
Like,
who is
complete
that?
selfish piece of shit. Jeffrey's in the room when Lane
Who's
showed
Lane?
what to do. Ghislaine said that to do whatever men told her to do after the rubbed oil. This happened many times with Jeffrey, other men too. She said the rich fancy house was located on 9th on 71st Street in Manhattan near the big park. Epstein's mansion was on 90 71st Street in Manhattan, just off Central Park. At least 6 stories, off-white in color with many bedrooms, a large arched door with a scary man on top and 2 smaller...
No. I just thought about something mad. Like, really think about it. How many rich men right now, yeah? Just listen to what I'm saying. How many rich men are doing this to kids out there right now, gang? Like, how many rich men or how many men? Well, I'm not going to say men because you need to have certain level of power to get away with some shit like this, gang. That's fucked up. What? Man said they're oiling man up and oiling them down and that. What the fuck with kids? Oh, no. Haram.
Haram!
doors on either side with women on top. And that obviously matches what the building looks like. Gargoyles and shit. Large chandelier with a large adult doll on it and many photographs of important people that is consistent with media descriptions of the house furnishings. Around the house there were images that were like scribbles or abstract art images of body parts such as photographs of female buttocks, pictures of important people in suits. According to Redacted, there were many girls in the fancy rich house with Jeffrey and Ghislaine, but most of them were older. Then Redacted reported the bigger girls were placed in certain rooms at the fancy rich house while younger girls such as Redacted were placed in other rooms. Sheila told Redacted that it costs more money to be with younger girls.
What?
Ugh, sickening.
What?
Wow.
More money to be with the younger girls.
Wow.
These people need to die. For the channel, please hit subscribe. I appreciate the support.
Try hit the subscribe button, bro. I need to know about this shit. Drop in the comments below if you're watching this right now, bro. Where can I see more details about this shit? Cause this is crazy, gang.
The video, boys. She started opening up about all this to her new therapist, not Dr. Silberg yet. Redacted started receiving on her phone photographs of her and other frightening images. The therapist has confirmed that she told no one except Dr. Silberg about what was disclosed.
What?
Hold on. So she was getting threats of some kind, it sounds like, to her phone. It sounds like a therapist was leaking this shit, right? I mean, that's insane. About the same time, Redacted foster father Mike, who has continued to contact her over the years, called Redacted saying that if she disclosed the abuse to anyone, the horrible things that previously happened to her would continue. Redacted believes that Mike and others delivered the images to her as threats.
This is why, I know I keep pausing. I'm so sorry for keep pausing it, but this is why when women get when men get these allegations when women end up coming out after years and years and years of not speaking about it, it's because most of the time, I don't know it for a fact, but I know most of the time there's things like this behind it. There's powerful men like this that are saying things like, if you say this, if you do this, this is what's happening. This is why sometimes it might take 4 or 5 years for a girl to get the confidence or to get the belief that I can come out and be safe and say this shit, gang. This is wild, bro. What? And it's so mad because they kept this shit on the wraps. They know what's going on. I'm hearing that the Prime Minister of the UK knows about this shit. The powerful people, Bill Gates and them, man. Brother. What?
To keep her quiet and perhaps to cause her to hurt herself. Redacted provided the images, many of which depicted child to Dr. Silberg, who understood they were illegal to process and promptly turned them over to redacted. Okay, so this doctor turned them over to probably law enforcement. How are these foster parents not arrested? Someone explain to me.
I said
how.
arrested. They
There's
need
got
to
to
be
be
jailed.
evidence
I
of
said
these text
arrested.
messages somewhere. They could have
Death
got
penalty.
a subpoena for text. Like, what are we doing? I don't understand how they're not arrested. 2 of the images sent to Dr. Seelberg were reviewed and forwarded to Redacted, where a girl resembling Redacted being R-worded by an adult male on a turquoise couch. She believes this happened at the Fancy Rich house. Dr. Seelberg has reported that one of the 2 images shows a window, perhaps with a dark mullion behind the adult male and a vista beyond the window of an off-white building and trees. Here he has cropped a non-explicit portion of the image showing the upper torso of the man, the couch, and the window. What the This is disturbing. So look, there's the trees and buildings, and there's the house that they think it is in the background. Wow. I didn't even read this full document yet. This is so bad. This vista appears to correspond to what might have been seen from the bedroom window on the high floor of the room, looking south over the back of the Frick Museum and another limestone building on the south side of the 71st Street between Madison and 5th Avenue. So what this explains to me is that the FBI got this video that is clear evidence of something happening in this New York property with her foster parents, with literally a video of what's going on.
A video.
And nothing happened. Especially to the foster parents. Here's a May 2009 Google Maps street level image of East 71st Street looking west. Epstein's mansion is on the right side of the photo, and the back of the Frick Museum and other limestone buildings on the left side. Law enforcement with access to the images may be able to sharpen the image and examine the metadata and compare them with known information to confirm whether the vista out the window and the photographs match the view from Epstein's mansion. They're also requesting to know if there's any scribbled abstract artwork or images with body parts or turquoise couch in the home. I mean, that's damning. If she's spot on about what's in this house, and this is in 2020 before all this was public, this is damning in general, but I mean, that's just the nail in the coffin. In order to compare the victim and the image on the turquoise couch with redacted here is a family photograph. Photograph shows significant injury to her face and neck. Oh my God. Photograph of her from New York to Israel wearing headphones and leaning against looks like an airplane passenger seat. And this is a stock image of the airline she flew on with the exact same headphones. So they're just corroborating all the details of her literally flying on an exact airline, what it was like in 1994 with the headphones and everything. Document comparing her face when visible and the PI held by redacted with pictures from her childhood helps substantiate that these pictures are her. More family photos. Photo which she believes was from Mike. Redacted has an additional image showing part of Mike's face, this time visibly participating in a redacted. Together, those 2 partial images of Mike's face may help identify him. How do they not have this guy's identity? How is he not arrested? He's on camera.
Bro, this is telling you. What's this telling you guys, bro? The law. What's the law? What is the law, bro? Bro, man, this is so damning, bro. And I'm hearing this way more. Y'all need to fill me in, bro. Chat. You come on, do your job. Let me know in the comments, bro. Like, come on, what the fuck?
SA-ing a child.
Bro.
Someone explained to me how this girl was failed. That's what's happening here.
What?
She was failed. Last year, in addition to sending redacted images, stated that Mike told her foster mother Sheila was going to come to Israel and would take redacted to a nice family. She did not believe they would be nice at all. Jesus. So just like threatening her. So this girl's from Israel, I'm guessing. What the fuck?
Wow.
While media stories have stated that Epstein and Maxwell's victims were mostly teenagers, there's evidence that suggests that they also abused younger girls. Jean Luc Brunel reportedly provided Epstein a birthday gift of 12-year-old triplets, 2 times 8 years old. Redacted images presumably could be shown to
8 years old! What? Huh.
other Epstein Maxwell victims to see if they remember her. It is our understanding that at the Epstein New York mansion was referred to as redacted. Maxwell interviewed about her association with Mike and Sheila, as well as the memory of redacted. So lawyers saying they could even ask other victims to see if they recognize each other. You know what I mean? So disturbing that that's even a thing.
Wow.
Remember, the DOJ doesn't talk to victims, right? All these victims standing up in the room, raising their hand, Payne Bondi didn't acknowledge their existence, and they've never spoken to her once. And they want to come forward, and they've all tried to come forward. Here's the really bad part. The photo shows a girl, her face visible, who looks prepubescent with medium-length dark hair. Several Caucasian men are holding the girl's legs spread. Her V is visible and gashed, and there's blood coming out. I don't think...
Oh, no.
I don't even know if I can put this in the video.
No.
You can, but just... In the photo's foreground, a man with a white shirt appears to be inserting hand something into her. A round imprinted symbol of some kind is visible on the girl's leg on the underside of her left thigh. In the photo right hand corner, there's an arm with a green visible shirt. An arm holds the girl's knee in the air. There's a profile of a man with long sideburns, a beard, and a small bald spot on his head. In the photo's background, on the left there appears to be unclothed top torso of a man with what appears to be black shirt and a blue shirt appears to the left of the girl's face. On the photo's lower left, there's a green structure which is hard to identify. The girl's mouth looks bloody and her tongue is extended. There's a bruise on her left eye and a red mark on her neck. Her left shin is bleeding and there are purplish bruises on her abdomen. The girl recalls the actions taking place in this image. Jesus, I need a second. They didn't identify these guys. They're on camera.
How?
In photos. At least one or two has to be identifiable. Like, how are these guys not in jail?
How, bro? We got them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Come on, bro. Lock these niggas up. What we doing? What we doing? How? How come you can solve mad cases, like mad murder cases, well, you can't solve the people that are literally in front of your face? What's stopping you? Money? Fame? Power? This is the world we live in, bro. This is the shit we're living in right now, bro. This is the world we're fucking living in right now, bro. When they see this shit in front of their face and they pick and choose which one they want to solve. And especially with kids, they let it run. Dog, bro, it's crazy, gang.
I don't understand. Our system has failed. Maxwell could be interviewed about her association with Mike and Sheila. There appears to have been and continue to be a connection between some of the perpetrators and Ukraine, Russia. Redacted has provided us 2 phone numbers she was instructed to call to connect her to traffickers, which have been confirmed to us by Deliver Fund, Mike Full-of-Love, to be located in Ukraine, a mobile number in Ukraine, landline in Ukraine. On September 3rd, 2019, one of the traffickers arranged through one of the Ukrainian numbers to see Redacted and did not show up. They received the following message. There it is. English translation for the above message is garbage. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? We are waiting at the train. Come. Garbage.
They're calling
There's
her
a number
garbage.
at the top that might be traceable. Redacted continued to be threatened with phone messages about what would happen to her if she disclosed this stuff. For example, August 2019, she received a message on her phone depicting a mutilated woman with a message in Hebrew. This is what will happen to you if you talk, so be quiet. The sending number on her phone was redacted. When Redacted thinks about what happened to her, Redacted, it's very hard for her to talk about the situation, sometimes other parts of herself that appears little children can remember more, but she does remember the house, Jeffrey, Ghislaine, Mike, Sheila, some of the abuse and some of the names of the people in the house abused her. She does not watch the news and does not know about any of this from television or news shows. She did not look at it from her own mind and memory. We reached out to a U.S. attorney advising him of a redacted connection to Epstein and seeking visa assistance for Redacted, who at the time considered coming to U.S. for medical treatment. Communicated with the FBI. At this point, we have more complete information to provide, including information specifically relevant to Ghislaine Maxwell during 1997. Jennifer Freeman. This girl was completely failed. I cannot believe what I just read.
How many more? But the thing is, well, how many more girls and boys have been failed like this, though? How many more are being failed as we're speaking right now by other rich and powerful men and women? Bro, I am appalled. I did not know this. What the fuck? I did not know. I heard, but I never really, like, wow. Wow, man.
Paragraph with the picture. All right, this one is insane. So this is a tip of a 68-year-old reporting being essayed in 2020. This document is on the website twice. So there's reporting being. All right, this one is insane. So this is a tip of a 68-year-old reporting being essayed in 2020. This document is on the website twice. So there's a duplicate, right? And they redacted different things in the different sets of documents. Look at this. All right, so here's the paragraph, right? Same paragraph. Different stuff is redacted in the paragraph, in the different files. It's the same paragraph. Insane. And this is on 5 pages. It's like this. How did they do so bad at this? I'm going to read it, and I'll point out a few spots where they fucked up the redactions in some of the files. When I was 68 years old, living at Redacted in Surrey, UK, I was drugged at night and driven by my father. Redacted to ring party. The main house I was taken to is isolated behind Thorpe Green at the end of the private road. Hearst Farm Livery Staples is next door. In the drive of this house, I was hit by a dark blue car with a personalized license plate ending in redacted, right? It's not redacted on here, DOY or D0Y. Driven by Prince Andrew, I was not taken to the hospital, but I suffered permanent injuries to my ribs, hip, and leg on my right side. The car's hood figurine broke off of my hand on impact, and I later buried it near my home, so it could still be recoverable as evidence. After I was hit by the car, I woke up to Prince Andrew, forcing his mouth on mine and pushing my legs apart. He R-worded me.
Prince Andrew! Hey.
I woke up to Prince Andrew, forcing his mouth on mine and pushing my legs apart. He R-worded me. In the house, I was also tortured with household tools and penetrated with a beer bottle. I have medical records of a resulting infection. I once ran away from the house naked and made it to the redacted community down the road. All right, so a lot to unpack there. They redacted everything Prince Andrew did right here. What's highlighted, they redacted about him R-wording her allegedly. But on the other document, it is not redacted. I mean, this is a complete and utter failure. I remember seeing and speaking to a man, so I think there may be Irish travelers living in the area who could corroborate what goes on there. I was also seeing another house that I later recognized as Frogmore Cottage when it's refurbished, was in the news in 2018. There I was restrained on a table and tortured with electrical shocks by Ghislaine Maxwell and surrounded by watching men. I remember seeing Prince Andrew's face redacted. It's not redacted on this one. After being R-worded by another man there, I tried to sneak out. Why did they redact on this one about her being R-worded by another man? This is so bad. Maxwell caught me and beat me with the bristle end of a broom. She penetrated my V with the handle. She also threatened me, saying I deserved to die, and hit me in the face with the broom, breaking my nose. I was only taken to the hospital for a broken nose after a rugby match, so that the injury could be blamed on that. Jesus. Wow. This is rough. Where did the crime incident occur? They state the address on this one, but on this one, it's redacted. During this time frame, I also went on a yearly vacation, redacted, with my family to Florida, staying at my grandfather's house in Vero Beach. Why is Florida and Vero Beach redacted?
What? Yeah, why?
I remember on one occasion being driven by my father over an hour away to a mansion with a gated driveway and a large.
So your dad is involved in this.
I was molested by a man that I later recognized as Epstein when he was in the news. He also attempted to R-word me, but he could not force his round and misshapen pee inside me. He took photos of her. So why are they redacting things that Epstein allegedly did to this girl right here? They redacted that whole sentence that I just read. Around 2012, I had not fully processed all these memories, but I reported my father to the police after seeing a text from Ghislaine Maxwell on his phone saying I have 2 children and being triggered by it. Okay, so this girl reported her dad to the police. How is he not arrested?
Yeah,
Her
why?
dad
Why?
literally trafficked her.
Yeah. Why?
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 I feel like there could be hundreds of arrests in this case, maybe even thousands.
Bro,
They weren't f***ing around. Like, what happened?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Think about, like, you don't need to really think about how many people had to be involved in this for it to go on for so long with no one getting arrested. You have to understand how many powerful people must be involved in this, and there's so many people coming forward, and there's so many evidence, clear evidence to me. This is clearer than plenty murder cases, and there isn't no arrest and no one's getting arrested. You have to really deep and really think about this shit, bro. That we're not living in a fair world. This is not fair. Like, this is crazy, bro.
I believe it's possible my father had been involved in the ring, even then, because he made visits to several local schools and disabled children's home.
Wow. No, go behind you.
What happened here? I believe it's possible my father had been involved in the ring, even then, because he made visits to several local schools and disabled children's home.
Wow.
Disabled children's home. The White Lodge Center. In the end, he was not arrested and the case was not investigated. As a result, he was able to destroy a lot of evidence, such as photographs. Releasing Ghislaine Maxwell on bail would lead the same outcome. So this is for Maxwell's bail at a certain point before her trial. I also remember another victim being redacted. She was a year younger than me, so she may have been as young as 5 years old at the time. She was taken out of an affluent primary school and sent to the worst school in the area where my mother worked. That's where I first recognized her, even though we supposedly never met. She was put in a class 2 years ahead and then went to the same secondary school as me. Redacted a year before I did. We never even spoken once. Redacted is the daughter of Redacted, my childhood friend. I remember some parties with me, and I remember one of us hiding behind a drape together. We discussed it, so I don't know what she remembers. I mean, just another file where it sounds like there could be people arrested and put in prison, but they're not for whatever reason. That's all I can take for today. I have more files.
Chat, listen, this has been eye-opening for me. It's been mind-boggling to me, bro. And I like, obviously you have friends and family around, you see these videos, but I never click on them. because I just have my own shit going on. I really never clicked on them. But you lot, let me actually know if you want me to do more videos like this, or like if there's more to even just watch, like, or even hear about, because this is mad. I don't fill my head with things like this because I don't want to go around my day, go about my day thinking about things like this, or even trying to worry about it, even though like it's our society, we should be aware of it. But let me know, chat, man. This is fucked me up. I'll be real, like I stuck for a lot, man. I don't swore and shit, but hey, bro, make sure you smash a like, bro. This is mad. This is just mental, bro.